Sonus faber loosely translates to handcrafted sound. This is an Italian company that has always been known for synergy, for finding the right balance and the elegant composure of different elements into their speaker designs. So the new line is called the Olympica Nova. Really excited about this project. It actually comprises of 3 different floor standing speakers. We've also got the stand mounted bookshelf version, the 2-way. We have 2 different sizes of center channels now, the Olympica Nova C1 and C2. And we've also got a new on-wall version.
So setting up the new Olympica Nova loudspeakers in the Townhouse creates a very exciting and unique opportunity. So being that there's 4 loudspeakers, we wanted to create unique environments for each one. So the Olympica Nova 1, being bookshelf stand mount, we wanted to place it in the right environment. So we place it on the 5th floor, which is one of the smaller listening rooms.
This version adds a few improvements in that it's got the new damp shelves, which means there's a billet aluminum top and bottom shelf on the cabinet, increasing the structural rigidity of the cabinet, as well as reducing resonance. The cabinet itself is actually slimmer, which means we have less interference from the front baffle and a little bit more placement option. We also have a new version of the damped apex dome tweeter, one of our most prided technologies. We've also got a new version of the natural tone midwoofer. Aesthetically, I think it actually leans more toward the Homage series than the previous generation. In terms of sound quality, I would say that it's much more accurate. It has much better 3-dimensionality and a wider dynamic range than the previous version.
Olympica Nova 2 is our smallest floor standing speaker in the lineup. It's a 3-way design. This particular one is in the walnut finish. So it lives on the 3rd floor in one of our smaller listening lounges. The environment itself is a bit more live, but we didn't want to treat the space too much because we wanted to keep it more of a natural aesthetic.
So this also shares in the Olympica Nova 1 in that it has the aluminum damp shelves above and below the cabinet, increasing structural rigidity, lowering resonance. It also has a slimmer cabinet, again, so that the baffle doesn't introduce itself into the soundstage. It does share the same newly designed damped apex dome tweeter as the rest of the floor standers and bookshelves in the line. And it also has a new dedicated mid-range driver. This being a 3-way design, there's also a dedicated woofer.
The Olympica Nova 3 is a larger floor standing loudspeaker. So with that, we place it on the 5th floor. Larger, more open space, so therefore the speakers can actually breathe.
So this, of course, replaces the Olympica 3, which is one of our most popular speakers of all time. We add 1 additional bass driver, and we have a larger cabinet. So this allows us greater depth of extension in the low frequencies. It also allows us to recreate a larger soundstage in a larger environment.
So then there's the Olympica Nova 5, which is a brand new model in the lineup, and it's our largest loudspeaker within the Olympica Nova series. But you're probably also asking yourself, where's the Olympica Nova 4? The reason why we chose to do that is in certain markets and certain cultures, the number 4 is actually considered to be bad luck. With the Nova 5, we place that in our reference room on the 4th floor. It's a larger room, but also it's a bit more controlled. We do have some mild treatments in that room opposed to some of our other environments because we want to make sure that performance is retained.
So we're really excited about this. This is a brand new speaker. This was not part of the original Olympica series. Compared to the Olympica Nova 3, we've added 1 additional bass driver and a larger cabinet. So we've got even more bass extension. We get the ability to recreate larger sound stages and fill larger spaces.
But like with any great loudspeaker, the room is always incredibly important. And that's a big factor anytime that you're placing the speaker in a given space. So understanding the limitations of the speaker, the limitations of the room, you have to make the right choices.
So there's a few interesting design elements that each of the Olympica Nova series share. First, we've got aluminum damp shelves borrowed from the Homage series. So these consist of billet aluminum plates on both the top and bottom of the speaker. Next, we have what we call the voice of Sonus faber, a leather-wrapped driver array featuring the damped apex dome tweeter and natural fiber cone mid-range driver, or midwoofer in the 2-way. So all of the drivers, from the damped apex dome tweeter, the mid-range, the mid-woofers, and the woofers have all been completely redesigned for this line. Featuring technology from the Homage Tradition line, they've actually each been purpose-built for each of the models. Improving on the MDF cabinets of its predecessor, the Olympica Nova now features constrained layer damping construction. Constrained layer damping is a technique that uses multiple plies of cross-oriented wood. That wood is then sealed and formed simultaneously. This allows for greater consistency, lower resonance, and improved structural rigidity. Available in 2 satin finishes, walnut and wenge. It is sleek, modern, absolutely stunning.
So with the new Olympica Nova line, you have speakers in all different shapes and sizes, and that's also true of whatever given space that you're placing the speaker. So choosing the right speaker for the right space is one of the most important things you can do.
And for me, it's about the people. From the very beginning designs, the research and development, to the guy that's boxing this stuff up. Everyone is dedicated, everyone is proud of what they're creating. Everyone is representing themselves, their families, their company, and their country with each and every product that leaves that factory.